Tune in for Patrick Ching's Painting in Paradise.
Aloha, I'm Patrick Ching, and thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise.
In this episode, we get to know the critically endangered Maui Parrotbill, a bird which in Hawaiian is called Kiwikiu. I'll show you how to draw the Kiwikiu, and then how to paint it. Finally, we'll get to see some of the majestic photography of the late Nate Yuen, a greatly loved photographer whose work has brought Hawaii's remote natural areas into our hearts and minds. When we return, we'll meet the Maui Parrotbill known as Kiwikiu.
Hawaii's monk seals and green sea turtles have been around for millions of years. When their numbers got low, they became protected by law. These animals are returning to beaches they've not come to for hundreds of years. This causes excitement and sometimes conflict. Honuen Hina is a children's book that was painted with aloha by many artists of all ages. This story of coexistence answers some questions about the history of these animals, but more importantly, about their future.
Available at the Kilauea Lighthouse, Patrick Ching Art in the Princeville Center, or online at patrickchingart.com.
The Maui Parrotbill is a member of a group of endemic birds called Hawaiian honeycreepers. Dozens of species of honeycreeper are believed to have evolved from a common ancestral species that colonized the islands millions of years ago. They evolved with different kinds of beaks that enabled them to go after different kinds of food. Some had long curved bills for drinking nectar from tubular-shaped flowers, while some had strong, stout bills for cracking open seeds. The Maui Parrotbill got its name from its hooked upper bill that curves over its lower bill, like that of a parrot. This beak shape is especially useful for tearing open tree bark in search of insects and their larvae. Parrotbills once inhabited Molokai as well as Maui, but are now only found in an area on the eastern slopes of Haleakala volcano. They were thought to be extinct in the first half of the 1900s, but were rediscovered in 1950. Today, they are one of the most critically endangered birds in the world, as their numbers have dwindled at an alarming rate. This is due to habitat loss, predation from introduced animals, and bird diseases carried by foreign birds that are transmitted primarily by introduced mosquitoes. Another endangered forest bird that lives near the range of the Kiwikiu is the Akohe Kohe. I painted this one perched near a lehua blossom overlooking Kipahulu Valley. It's so sad that in my short lifetime, so many of Hawaii's native birds have gone extinct. In 1985, I painted this pair of po'o'uli at the only nest ever found of this bird in the Hanavi rainforest. At that time, there were only about 50 po'o'uli left in the world. The last po'o'uli died in 2004, and the species was gone forever. I hope that the future is more favorable for our beloved Kiwikiu. The Maui Parrotbill has been so rare in modern history that no Hawaiian name was known for them. So, in 2010, the Hawaiian Language Lexicon Committee gave it its Hawaiian name, Kiwikiu, referring to its curved bill, secretive ways, and a cool breeze that blows through its habitat. Here, Sam Gon III presents the Kiwikiu with its Hawaiian name through a mele inoa, or naming chant.
From the lofty summit of Hanakauhi, or Hana Mountain, the high dark forest flank is visible. However, it's obscured by the strata of clouds. The upper windward flank of countless birds is hidden. The echo of many bird voices comes up from below, and the Ko'olau district is brimming with birds. But hearken now to this that strikes the ear. The clear call is carried by the Kiu mountain wind. The call of the understory shrubs, it is heard. By the birds of the wet forest zone, by the iiwi that's dampened by the rain, by the Akohe Kohe grumbling in the forest, by the yellow nukupu'u with its curved bill. O Kiwikiu, O Kiwikiu, you're such an outstanding bird and blessed with beauty. Kiwikiu, kiu, kiu, O Kiwikiu, your stout curved bill is always snapping. Approach and occupy your perch. Here is a thriving bird. May you thrive indeed.
When we return, I'll show you how to draw the Kiwikiu.
Hey friends, it's me, Patrick Ching, and I'm here to introduce you to the Papahanao Mokuakea Song and Color Book Project. All you gotta do is just go to www.papahanaomokuakeasong.com, and here, I'm gonna do it right here. See, it's on the computer. And then when the website comes up, it might start playing some music, and if not, you just press this little button right there and bing, boing. Magic! That's Kavika Kahiapo. And he's telling us about this song. You can even download the coloring book pages and the ukulele chords. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Scroll down and get the free coloring book pages. Right there, you can download the coloring book pages, print them out, and color them. See, look. Now this downloads better with a laptop computer rather than a handheld device. Kavika Kahiapo. So if you want to learn a lot and have fun doing it, download, print, and color the pages at papahanaomokuakeasong.com. papahanaomokuakeasong.com.
Sacred places need our care. Papahanaomokuakea. All right.
Alright friends, so now I'm going to show you how I'll go about drawing the Maui Parrotbill known as a Kiwikiu. And of course, when I start off my drawings, I'm going to be pressing softly. How am I going to press? Softly. And I'm simply going to use shapes like a circle for the head and an oval for the body, okay? It's not a very big bird. Now for the beak, it has that famous curved beak like a parrot bill, which gives it its common name, Maui Parrotbill. And that curve is going to be like this. Okay. And then the lower bill or mandible, I will make him opening his mouth, and that lower one is kind of like that. Alright, Kiwikiu shaping up. Now for the tail, I'm just going to have the tail stick out. And for the wing, I'm also going to put like a little oval over there. Okay, that's where our wing's going to go. Give them a few points of the wing feathers here. And right there, I just kind of formed up the body of the Kiwikiu. Now, we need something for that poor guy to like grab onto the tree, yeah? Feet. Yeah, so we'll put the feet coming out here. And a toe back there, and couple toes showing over there. I'll give it a branch that he can be staying on, And that branch can go something like that, okay? Now I'm also going to give the Kiwikiu something to be picking at, because they like to use that beak to rip open bark and get the little larvae from the insects that are in there, you know, like worms and caterpillars and stuff. So, okay, I'll make a bigger tree bark right there. The eyeball, or the maka, goes right around there. The Kiwikiu also has a stripe of yellow right above the eye. It kind of goes like that. Alright, and now for the wings, I'm going to give kind of layers like that. Kind of layers of wings. Right here, I'm just kind of making some designs in the tree. And maybe some trees down here too. Just kind of shapes of trees. So now that I got the Kiwikiu formed up over there, I'll use a bigger pen so you can see what's going on. And I'm going to give that curved beak a nice curved shape like that. Okay, going up around the head, swooping it to the body. To the wingtips there. Kind of the feather coverage there. And I'll start to actually draw some individual feathers, some lines over here, okay? I can also give some lines on the tail. Its shape is kind of like that. Okay, and underneath the tail part, it kind of goes like jaga jaga, you know? Like this. Jaga 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 jaga, like that. Now the bottom line from the beak down to the chest, that should be nice and smooth. Let's give it a nice little slope like that. Now the star feature on the Kiwikiu is its parrot-shaped bill, and especially the upper bill. Okay, I'm gonna give it some meat over there, a little hefty, nice and pointed. Okay, the lower ones, that's a little smaller and stouter. Okay, they kind of go around there. The maka, or the eyeball, right around there. You can put another little ring around it. Okay, I'm gonna leave a little more darkness under here, kind of showing that bill's open a little bit. And for the eye, I'm gonna leave a little glimmer right there and make the rest of the eye nice and dark. Yeah, doesn't that give it some personality? I'll go and make the shape of these branches. And you can go make these branches any way you like. The legs and feet, they'll be emerging from the body right around there. Get to know birds' feet, okay? Look at them, study them on real birds if you can. You know me, I like to put my sounds into everything I do. I make some grooves on top of the branches, little forms of trees. But I'll bring it to a certain point, and then what I'll do is I'll get my smaller pen. I'll give it some shading. And there you have a Maui Parrotbill known as the Kiwikiu. And now sit back and see how I paint the Kiwikiu with oil paint. I'll start with a rusty color base coat. On top of that, I'll paint the main design of the first layer of my painting. I'll make some tan colors for the tree bark.
Then start putting in the base color of the bird. Now I'll add yellow to the brightest parts. I'm so thankful for the beautiful places I get to paint at, and the friends that come to visit. I try to add some color when I think it's going to help. When doing the fine details, it helps to calm your heart down. Try to get the best results with the least amount of strokes. Then bring your bird to life with a glimmer in its eye. Here's some bluish reflective light on the underparts. And some red lehua blossoms for color. I'll add some lighter yellow color to this worm. And don't forget your signature. When we return, you'll see a tribute to Hawaii's beloved nature photographer, the late Nate Yuen. See the amazing nature photography of Nate Yuen on display at Kahalua Gallery, Saturdays through October 22 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hawaii's natural areas and wildlife has a true hero in Nate Yuen. Through his photographs, Nate shared the majesty of Hawaii's wild places with folks who could not otherwise get to them. Now sit back and enjoy some of the beauty he left with us and the sounds of Olomana.
Nate helped to encourage and mentor many people who are dedicated now to doing everything that they can to save the unique and fragile ecosystems of Hawaii. Hundreds of people were regularly captivated every day by his words and his pictures. He was a communicator for the natural world. He was always patient and non-judgmental. We talked about so many things, and sometimes we didn't talk at all. In the forests and coastlines, sunrises and creatures, there will be memories of Nate. He left his footprints all over this island and all over our hearts. That is where he will be forever. In our hearts and in all the spectacular places he revealed.
I remember days when we were younger. We used to catch opu in the mountain stream. Round the Kolau hills we'd ride on horseback. So long ago it seems it was a dream. I remember days when we were wiser, when our world was small enough for dreams, and you have lingered there, my sister, and I no longer can, it seems. Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you, but I fear I am not as I left you. Make aloha kuhome o kahalu.
And for those of us who followed him on social media, amongst other things, we know that he went deep into the woods and went to these awesome places and saw these incredibly rare species and knew all kinds of things. But one of his favorite flowers was the hau blossom, and the simple blossoms growing right there. It was very simple, very common, but not so. And when it came through the lens of Nathan's camera, it became just this glowing golden beauty that really was an amazing thing.
Change is a strange thing, it cannot be denied. It can help you find yourself or make you lose your pride. Oh, with its stories on the road we go. Please do not hold on to me, we all must go alone. I remember days when we were smiling, when we laughed and sang the whole night long, and I will greet you as I find
Really, in the end, you need to focus on the things that you love, on the places that you love, and you remember that, and no matter what you do, you work to protect that.
Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you, to please accept me as you find me. Ike aloha kuhome o kahalu. Ike aloha kuhome o kahalu. Ike aloha kuhome o kahalu.
Thank you for joining me on Painting in Paradise. I hope you enjoyed learning about Misty Mountains, the Maui Parrotbill known as a Kiwikiu, and the beautiful work of Nate Yuen. I'd love to see what you did, so why don't you send pictures of you and your art to aloha@patrickching.com. Bye-bye.
Really, in the end, you need to focus on the